Did you ever happen to come across this type of individual that when you go on social media and you tell them something that's common sense, and they go like, but study, do you have a study? My brain is mush. I cannot understand the world without fact checker. Well, study, we need doctors, study. And you say, like something that's really common sense, like, for example, hey, if they're going to decriminalize petty theft or make it difficult for the police to catch criminals, and on top of that, you have a culture that says human lives is more important than private property, and you also say, they have insurance, everyone has insurance. Like, if you have all of those things together, you're going to get more theft than in many other places of the world, right? But no, you see, the study, he's also got access to television. An unfortunate combo, and I mean, like, look, the authoritative sources, like CNN, the authoritative source, the numbers don't back up that shoplifting is a national crisis. And you have, like, this beautiful picture of a lady, right? Like, she's old, she's wise, she's got alcohol behind her, like, probably a fact checker. I mean, look, if CNN says, can you disagree with CNN? You know what CNN has and you don't? Money. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation with a track record for always saying the truth. They were never wrong on any issue. So therefore, if they say it, it must be true. And I guess this is like a lucky coincidence. This is like CNN winning the lottery, right? It's just happened. Like, look, it happens to me, it happens to you, but obviously this is not as good as a study. This is not as good as, like, actually doing the research. By the way, how did our grandparents actually understand the world? How did they manage to do it? Because they didn't have the study. Did they have CNN? They had probably something like CNN, right? Like, that's how they understood the world. Holy shit. Like, common sense has completely got off the window. This is the problem, by the way. Like, people just refusing to believe reality. Like common sense just doesn't exist anymore. Unless the television tells them. Like, I noticed this during the pandemic, right? Like, before the invasion of Ukraine, that there were people that were insisting that the correct way to run a society is to show the papers, to show the documents to the McDonald's waiter. Like, how can you live? How can you survive? If only we can save one life. And 1 week later, they were like, whoa! It's like, look, I understand, like, you have different beliefs, but did they change so radically? They changed so radically. Why? Because the television tells you. The study. I guess this is what they call the new man, you don't have to do thinking anymore. Like, we live in an age where you don't need to wash your clothes because you got a washing machine, right? You don't need to vacuum clean because you got a Roomba. Well, I guess you don't need to think because you got CNN.